My name isn't important. People online call me a lot of things, but none of them fit. If you needed a label, you could say I'm someone who goes where other people refuse to step foot. I don't investigate hauntings. I don't cleanse anything. And I don't hunt monsters. What I do is simpler and somehow worse. I stay. When a place is wrong and no one wants to be the last person inside it, I'm the one they contact. Not police. Not priests. Not insurance. Me. The email always sounds the same. Vague, nervous, written at 2 in the morning. Sometimes it's a landlord. Sometimes a construction company. Sometimes a family that doesn't want to say what they buried. They don't ask me to fix anything. They ask me to confirm it doesn't follow. The work doesn't pay well, not consistently. I don't own much. My truck is older than some of the buildings I sleep in. I live light because heavy lives don't survive this line of work. You learn fast what you can carry and what you need to abandon. The only thing I never leave behind is my dog. His name is Barney. Barney has been with me longer than most people. He's a shepherd mix, all muscle and restraint, the kind of dog that watches doors even when he's asleep. He doesn't bark unless something is wrong. Not strange wrong. I trust him more than my instincts because instincts lie when fear gets creative. He wears a faded purple bandana. People assume that means he's friendly. They're usually wrong. I don't run a channel. I don't live stream. I write quietly under a name that doesn't belong to me anymore, on forums where people know how to read between the lines. That's where the real jobs come from. A blurry photo. A police scanner transcript. A sentence like, "This one keeps breathing after midnight." The job I'm heading toward now started that way. A mining settlement erased from maps in the 70s. A sealed Cold War bunker nearby that recently unlocked itself. Missing livestock, missing hikers. And a description I'd heard before. Before I tell you what happened there, you need to understand something. I don't survive this work because I'm brave. I survive because I follow rules. I learned them the hard way. I wrote them down after the first time a place tried to keep me. There are 4. Break 1 and you don't die immediately. You just start showing up in stories. Rule 1. Announce yourself. People think abandoned places are empty. They aren't. Ownership lingers. Memory lingers. Sometimes things remain that never needed paperwork to begin with. Legally, this rule is about trespassing. I do my research. Deeds. County records. Old business filings. If I can get permission, I do. If I can't, I decide whether the risk is worth it. But the real rule has nothing to do with the law. My grandfather taught me this when I was young. He came from a village where forests had names and names had consequences. He never entered a shed, a ruin, or even a stand of trees without speaking first. Places hear footsteps, he used to say. Tell them why you're there. So I do. Before I cross a threshold, I stop. I say my name. I explain what I'm doing and how long I intend to stay. I say I'll leave things as I found them. Then I wait. Not for permission. For reaction, I leave a small offering, usually honey. Nothing symbolic, just sweet. Something that says I didn't come to take. People laugh when they see me do it. They stop laughing when I walk out uninjured. I've watched others ignore this rule. They rush in, kick doors, mock the silence. They trip, they fall, they bleed. Barney never steps inside until I finish speaking. Neither do I. Rule 2, don't take souvenirs. This rule exists because of Danny. Danny filmed everything. He moved fast, talked faster, and treated every site like content waiting to be harvested. He wasn't stupid, just hungry. Views do that to people. We explored an old hospital together once. 3 floors, long hallways, the kind of place where sound doesn't echo correctly. Barney didn't like the top floor. Danny found a human skull in a cabinet and laughed like he'd won a prize. I told him to put it back. He said it wasn't a grave. He said it was abandoned twice. He said the internet would pay. Barney backed away from him. Slowly. Like you do from something unpredictable. Danny took the skull anyway. 3 months later, they found him drowned. Not in water. Inside a rusted rooftop tank that hadn't held liquid in decades. His shoes were lined neatly at the ladder. No struggle. No drugs. No water in his lungs. His right ear was missing. The note in his pocket said something had learned his shape. It had 3 eyes, 3 arms, 3 legs. The police called it psychosis. I call it theft. Since then, I don't move objects. I don't pocket artifacts. I don't even reposition furniture. If Barney hesitates, we leave. Nothing I've ever seen is worth being followed home. Rule 3, never go alone. This isn't about safety. This is about witnesses. When you're alone long enough in the wrong place, your thoughts start to echo back to you. Rooms stretch. Sounds rewrite themselves. You forget how long you've been there. Something always notices when that happens. Barney anchors me. He reacts to things I can't hear. He stops when something moves that shouldn't. He refuses to cross lines I can't see. I once heard explorers joking in a bar about a mountain nearby. They told a story about a climber who survived a blizzard by eating his friend. They laughed when they said the thing that came back wasn't human anymore. They stopped laughing when they described it. 3 eyes. 3 arms. 3 feet. Barney pressed against my leg the entire time. That night I locked my door and wrote everything down. Patterns matter. Rule 4. Scout first. Never sleep somewhere you haven't met in daylight. Recon saves lives. It saved a kid named Nathan. He broke into an abandoned office complex alone and got trapped when the ceiling collapsed. When I found him, something else was already there. It dragged a deer down the hallway like a toy. It had 3 eyes aligned wrong. 3 arms, bending where joints shouldn't exist. 3 legs, dragging the floor like it hadn't decided how to walk yet. 2 heads, breathing separately. Barney didn't make a sound. Neither did we. We waited until it passed. I got the kid out. I warned the city. I warned the owners. The building was sealed a week later after a string of accidents. Places don't like being disturbed once they've settled. I'm heading to West Texas now. Dry riverbed. Missing cattle. Hikers losing time. Same description, different state. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it migrates. Maybe it's been here longer than we have. I'll follow the rules. I'll bring honey. I won't take anything. I won't go alone. And if I don't come back, then someone else will read this and know what not to do. Because the worst thing you can be in a place like that is rude.